Question: will next year be any better than the last, economically speaking? Last year, I did that exercise and I said, look, I think that we're going to have some more economic trouble, so please treat this year, 2023, as a training year. So the idea is that if you're getting accustomed to harsh times, then when the good times are coming back, then you're going to be ready to take full advantage of it. Now we are almost in 2024. Are we getting that better time yet? And the answer is, well, we don't know. Many people are thinking that we might actually get into a recession. It's always possible. However, I feel that if we're going to have a recession, it's probably going to be like this winter, which means not terribly harsh. In fact, I would prefer to have more snow right now. The reason why I'm saying that is that, first of all, the inflation rate went down from 7% to a little bit above 3%. Doesn't always feel like that when you're doing your groceries, but, the economic indicators are actually turning greenish. Of course, the Fed increased the interest rates a lot in order to get this to happen. But right now, they're probably going to be lowering them in the next year. And I think also that the geopolitical risks have been factored in by the market. So all of these things are not necessarily jolly, but they're turning green, if ever so slowly. But didn't we have layoffs in the tech industry? Absolutely, from especially larger companies. And the fact is that other companies have been looking for additional talent. Maybe not as much as they did before, but again, the statistics hopefully are not lying. The unemployment rate is actually, historically speaking, pretty low. And I don't see that changing. I mean, there are lots of tech companies, for example, that are going to still be looking for additional talent in 2024. Including us. One of the reasons why tech is not bad is because of AI. Everybody wants to get into AI. We're being promised it will change everything. Sure, it will change a lot of things, but at the same time, folks, didn't we play in that movie before? Remember the 1990s? Remember what happened at the beginning of the 2000s? That's right, the IT bubble. And it's not the first time this happened either. If you go back in history, you see that railways had some time like this too, like exactly that type of pattern. First, a big burst in investment, then a slump, and then the growth resumes. So I'm not saying here that we should not invest in AI. Every single company in software ought to think about AI. And you want to invest in it. All I'm saying is that at some point in time, there will be overinvestment. There will be winners and losers. I'm not thinking that we're going to see a bubble bursting in 2024, but if we're smart, we will want to be a little bit careful about investment. If it's too good to be true, it probably isn't. So just a word of caution. So Steve, what are you saying? Is that going to be a good year in 2024 or not? I guess what I'm saying is it depends where. There's some countries that are going to do better than others, like here in Canada. People are saying maybe a mild recession is in order. But I'm looking at China, that they went through a lot of economical trouble recently. I'm kind of expecting some of these countries like China to pick up some of the slack. So I think that the first half of the year, it might be a little bit quiet, maybe even a little bit of recession, but the second half should be better. Not like the good old days, not crazy growth, but sustainable growth. Let's call it like that. So this is where I'm going to put my chips on. Finally, I'm going to be wishing you all a happy new year, hopefully a prosperous one. And for myself, I'm going to hope that when I come back here in February, there's going to be more snow, please.